In this video, we are going to talk about a certain skill that you need to master, a simple trick that is going to take your trading to the next level. After reflecting on my past couple months here and the growth that I've experienced, it all comes down to this one simple addition, but as well a subtraction. So I took some things away and you would be amazed by the growth that I've experienced, and I can't wait to share this with you. So without further ado, guys, let's jump into the video. All right, guys, so the topic of this video is going to be focus, and before you click away, I promise you if you stay to the end, it's going to be worth your while. I want to ask you guys a question. How many of you, be honest with yourselves, are focused in the morning or night whenever you're trading? So that window that you are on the charts, how many of you can look yourself in the mirror and say you are 100% focused, right? You need to ask yourself that question, because if the answer isn't 100% and the answer is I am not doing everything I can to be focused, you are hurting your trading gains. And before you say anything, oh, I can multitask and all that stuff, sure. Yes, you can do both. I was talking about this with my girlfriend the other day. She nailed the analogy really well in terms that don't relate to trading. She said, when you're trading not focused and you're texting and all this stuff, it's equivalent to me being at work, working on a file, but at the same time talking to everyone else while I'm trying to work on the file. Yes, you can do both. Yes, you are technically still making progress, but you are not being as efficient and you are not doing it to the best of your ability. I thought that was cool to share because she doesn't trade or anything like that, and it was a cool little analogy to add in. But it's true. Yes, you can sit there and look for your setups. Yes, you can sit there and sit in front of that chart and think you're all ready. But if you're texting, if you're looking at YouTube videos, if you're doing all this other stuff, all you're doing is diluting your focus, and diluted focus, diluted results. So I just kind of wanted to share that little reflection and ask you, is that something that you are doing? Because for me, guys, that is not something that I was doing. I was not focused. I was sitting on here, I was texting, I was checking my community, chatting with everyone, right? Because most of the people in my group wake up in London, right? So I have all the messages from London, I have all the questions that I get asked, I have YouTube comments, and I have bad ADHD. So instead of just letting it, instead of just focusing on myself in the morning and then looking at everything, I was trying to do everything at once. And some people may be able to do that. Yes, you may be able to do it, but you have to ask yourself, are you being 100% effective? Are you being 100% efficient in the task at hand, which is our trading? That window of the day, that time period has to be our window. The more focused we are, the better we do. That is just how it is in anything you do. Anything you do. If you have one task at hand, focus on the task at hand. Get it done, work on the other thing. The same thing goes for trading. What I realized is when I was trying to do too many things in the morning and I wasn't fully focused, I was missing setups. I was taking setups that I shouldn't have been because I just wasn't 100% there. Since I have started to be more focused, the results for myself have tenfolded. I am seeing so much more success in my trading. I am seeing so much more success in my daily life, in all my business ventures. Since I stopped doing all the Instagram videos and stuff every day, my YouTube has taken off. Since I stopped texting in the morning, checking Instagram and checking my community first thing in the morning and just focusing on trading, my trading has taken off. Because I am now focusing on each task at hand with 100% effort. And I'm telling you, this has changed everything for me. And I just wanted to share this with you guys because I love this. I love how I can sit down with you guys and share my insight, share things that work for me, and hope that they work for you, even if they work for one person. So I want to share with you guys my routine now in terms of how I stay focused. So what I do is I keep my phone in the other room now. It's very simple because for myself, like I said, I have bad ADHD. I've talked about this before. If the distraction is there, I'm distracted. That's just how it is. So what I do now to prevent that from happening is I just leave my phone in the other room. It sounds very simple, but it helps so much. So I leave my phone in the other room. Unless you use it for MetaTrader and stuff, but I have it on my computer. I'm just telling you what works for me. So leave the phone in the other room. The other thing that I do is I don't open any of my community stuff in the morning. So if you're in a community or you have a Discord or anything like that, try not opening it in the morning. Maybe say good morning and then shut it, because it's so easy. Although communities are so beneficial to grow and be around like-minded people, if you're learning how to trade, or not even learning how to trade, if you have your system, it can be very easy to get influenced into an opposing direction. Say you have a short bias, but in the community in the morning you see people saying longs. It's going to mess with your whole thing, right? And that's why I believe trading is a lonely game. Yes, you can have a community to help you grow, but that session that you were on the charts, you have to be 100% focused. It has to be your time. Because guys, this skill will change your life. It changed my life and it changed many of my friends' lives. It's only going to change your life if you put 100% focus in. And I feel like my growth for a little bit there plateaued because I wasn't giving it my all. I truly wasn't giving it my all. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I wasn't able to look myself in the mirror and say to myself, I'm giving it 100%. So I keep my phone in the other room, guys. Another thing I do is I have my trading plan up on this monitor. So I have 2 monitors. So what I would do sometimes, guys, is I would have my chart open here, but then I would get distracted and put other things on this chart. So now what I do is I have my trading plan up full screen on this one. So there's no distractions over here. I have notifications muted over here. So it's just my time. Another thing that I do, guys, is I listen to a focus playlist on Spotify. I don't know what it is, but I cannot listen to lyrics while I am trying to focus. I was like this in school, trying to study and all that stuff. Maybe you're someone who can, but I'm telling you, if you listen to music without lyrics, you will be able to focus better. Some people can focus without any music, but you're crazy, I can't. I need some sort of binaural beats or whatever they're called. I probably butchered that, but I have a deep focus playlist that I will link in the description of this video. This is what I listen to the whole time I trade. I started to listen to it while I backtest too, and now my brain has attached me sitting there focusing to this kind of music, which is similar to how my brain reacts to coffee. My brain is so used to me having coffee at my desk that when I have a sip of coffee, it's great for focus. The same thing is going to happen when you listen to a playlist like this. So I will be linking this playlist in the description. The other thing that I do, guys, is I listen to music with the headphones on. So these are noise canceling Sony headphones. They're pretty expensive, so you don't have to get these, obviously. But any type of headphone that can block out outside noise. Another simple trick is if you can, shut the door. Sounds very, very simple, but I heard Dr. Huberman talking about this, how closing a door, something as simple as closing a door, can bring you focus because there's no outside noise and you're just in your own little room, right? You want to stack as many habits that you can that are going to help focus. They're going to help promote focus. You have to ask yourself, do I need to add anything? Headphones, focus music. Then you have to ask yourself, what do I have to subtract? What do I have to subtract from my daily life that is hurting my focus here when I'm on the charts? Once you have found out your ultimate focus protocol for the morning, stick with that for a month, and I promise you the results are going to be absolutely insane. You're going to go from doing well to doing great, okay? Because diluted focus, diluted results. Yes, like I said at the beginning of the video with the analogy, you may be able to get both done. You may be able to be a multitasker, but there is nothing more effective than just sitting there and focusing on the task at hand. Since I have done this, I'm not missing setups anymore. I'm so much more confident on the chart. And like I talked about in a couple of videos before this, you guys should check that out. I talked about how I went over my data and I realized that I haven't had one win before 9 o'clock in New York session. So because I was focused and because I stripped away the distractions, I was able to realize that. And I'm not too sure I would have if I was still trying to do a million things. I had to remove some things. And because of that, I came to this realization that has now changed my trading tenfold. So now when I get on, not only am I super focused, but it's for an even more condensed time. So it's even more focus, right? I'm not trying to be focused for 4 hours at a time while I look at the chart. I'm only getting on the chart for 1 hour, 2 hours tops, and I'm able to be my absolute best Matt Gray during that time. There's no distractions. I'm not getting any text messages. I'm not looking at Instagram. I'm not looking at any other trader's stuff. It's just me. And if you want to get to that next level, you have to be willing to make sacrifices like this. I was someone who had a pretty bad phone addiction. I've recently been trying to bring my screen time down. I think I was on Instagram like 3 hours a day and stuff. It was pretty bad. But it came from me, instead of me sitting there and just focusing and being bored and embracing the boredom that comes with trading, I was trying to fulfill that need, that dopamine hit of, okay, if I'm sitting here waiting for my setup, I have to be doing something else. Another thing that I replaced being on my phone with in the morning while I'm sitting here waiting for my setups is reading a book. I added some books over there and I'll be adding them to the Amazon list in the description. I started reading now and I'll set my alert and I'll read. because there's a lot of peace and tranquility that comes with reading, right? You're not looking at other people's biases. You're not seeing things on social media that you shouldn't see. You're able to use that time to your advantage. You're able to be even more productive, because when you're sitting there waiting for your setup and you have your alert set, you can read. You can read and grow and learn at the same time as being patient waiting for your setup. There's a big difference in doing that than trying to check social media, trying to check all these texts. So that is my focus protocol. That is my little rant today on how focus changed my trading. It truly took it to the next level, guys, and I can't wait to share more with you as the weeks go on, as the months go on. It's unbelievable. And yeah, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for stopping by this video. If you stuck to the end, please drop a like, drop a comment, hit subscribe. We're almost at 30,000 subscribers, which is just absolutely amazing. And before I go, truly ask yourself that question. Am I being focused? Am I doing everything I need to do to be focused? Don't forget to check out the focus playlist. Don't forget to get some headphones and throw those bad boys in. Close the door. Try the things that I talked about in this video. And I promise you, you are going to see some nice success. So what do I say at the end of every single video, guys? Let's be 1% better every single day. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you on Sunday. Take care, everyone.